1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, I love counting, whatever the amount.
Hello everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here, and welcome to your July episode of 10 for 12, and it's unfortunately going to be a little bit of an upsetting 10 for 12, at least for me. It's July 8th, 2014. Yesterday, on July 7th, an unexpected announcement was posted all over the internet and the news. One of my most favorite places in the entire world, Crumbs Bake Shop. My amazing Crumbs Cupcakes that I loved so dearly. The stores have all been closed all across the country due to some serious financial troubles that they've endured over the years, and apparently due to the decline of the cupcake craze, there are no more Crumbs Cupcakes to be had and enjoyed by millions and millions of people. It was a great experience. I always loved going to Crumbs to celebrate a little moment, to enjoy some of the most amazing cupcake creations I have ever had. And I think one of the most interesting things about this store and this chain was the fact that it actually was entirely kosher. So everybody, even the religious Jewish community, could go out and enjoy these amazing cupcake treats. So I felt that it would be appropriate today to talk about my 10 favorite all-time Crumbs cupcakes. And it was a 10 for 12 I intended on doing for a while, and today is no more than an appropriate time to do it. So we're going to start with number 10. Number 10 is actually the Cosmo Cupcake. The Cosmo was created based around the hit television show Sex and the City, pretty much the show that began the cupcake craze all the way back in 2003. I'm not one that really goes for pink, but it definitely was an incredible cupcake. It was like you were eating a cloud. Most of them were like that. They were just very light and moist and delicious. This one was a vanilla cake that was dyed pink, and inside was strawberry buttercream. And on the top, what was very interesting was a lime cream cheese frosting surrounded by pink dyed sugar. It was definitely something that was intimidating at first, but when I took my first bite, I definitely enjoyed it. I think I may have had it 3 or 4 times, and it definitely was one of my all-time favorites. Number 9 was originally called the Half-Baked, but it was changed to the Half and Half back in 2010, and this was also a very interesting cupcake. It was a marble cake filled with vanilla buttercream. So the marble cake was definitely the surprise there. And on the top it was half chocolate and half vanilla cream cheese frosting. And on the vanilla side you had crumbled up chocolate chip cookie pieces, and on the chocolate side you had crumbled up brownie pieces. It was also a very good cupcake. Number 8, two of my favorite things, peanut butter and banana. Of course, you always have to reference Elvis Presley. The Elvis Cupcake. It was also recently changed last year to the King. It had a small recipe change, but the original recipe was definitely the best. It was a vanilla cake filled with banana buttercream, and on top of it was a banana cream cheese frosting with a very rich peanut butter swirl on the very top, and it was rimmed with peanut butter chips. Another very good melt-in-your-mouth cupcake. It was, oh god, just thinking about it makes my mouth water. Number 7, definitely something for Valentine's Day, and it actually was taken off the shelves for a while and brought back last Valentine's Day, and that was the chocolate-covered strawberry. It was a strawberry cake filled with strawberry preserves. I think that was the kicker for me, the fact that it was filled with strawberry preserves. And then on the top of it, you had a chocolate cream cheese frosting covered in a chocolate ganache, rimmed with pink sprinkles and a white chocolate drizzle on the very top. That was a very decadent but delicious, awesome cupcake. I had that also like 3 times, and whenever it was back in stores, I would always rush to go get it, and unfortunately not anymore. Number 6 was the Baba Booey, a very popular one, named after Howard Stern man Gary Delabate, who actually helped create the cupcake. It was a chocolate cake filled with peanut butter frosting on the very top, half chocolate cream cheese frosting and the other half peanut butter cream cheese frosting rimmed with peanut butter chips. A great chocolate cupcake treat, and the best part about it was, if you bought that cupcake, $1 from every purchase went to his foundation, Life Beat, so it was always nice to know that you were helping out a charity at the same time. Number 5 is a fall classic, the Caramel Apple. It was a vanilla cake filled with apple pie. I mean, who could not enjoy something filled with apple pie? On the top, vanilla cream cheese frosting and drizzled with caramel. One of my all-time personal favorites. Someone actually got it for me on my birthday at work one year, and that was a great birthday treat. Number 4 was a spring favorite, the Cherry Blossom. It was a very rare one. I didn't get to have it that often. I think I may have had it twice, but whenever it was there, I always went out to get it. A vanilla cake filled with cherry preserves, and on the top, a cherry cream cheese frosting with a little cherry on the top. You don't really get that much cherry. I think one of the few that I was really upset that I will never get the chance to try was the Black Forest cupcake, because that actually has cherry pie inside. So I'm upset that I will never get to try that one, but the Cherry Blossom was definitely a good one. Number 3 was the PB&J. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches were my favorites, and with that, the PB&J cupcake. They changed the recipe. The second one was not so great, but the original one had these very soft graham crackers around the top of it, so it tasted like the crust of a sandwich. But when you took one smell of that cupcake, it didn't smell like a cupcake. It smelled like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That was what was so interesting about it. It was a vanilla cake filled with strawberry preserves, topped with peanut butter cream cheese frosting and a swirl of strawberry preserves on the top, and they had crushed up peanut bits all around it. And again, not as good as the graham cracker, but still not a bad change. It was definitely a great cupcake, and the fact that it smelled like a sandwich was what just made it all the more special. We're going into the top 2. The second one was one of their super, super rare, and that was the Blueberry Swirl. Blueberries are awesome, and there are so many awesome things that you can do with blueberries. For the love of God, Dunkin' Donuts has blueberry-flavored coffee, but the Blueberry Swirl was a vanilla cake filled with blueberry preserves, topped with vanilla cream cheese frosting, and on the top, another blueberry preserve swirl with fresh blueberries on the top. And that was definitely one of the best, and on my very last unexpected Crumbs run, which was at the end of my finals of this year, so that was mid-May, I went there, found out that that was actually going to be there for 1 week, so I went and I got myself 2, alongside a Baba Booey and a red velvet cheesecake. That was the first time I was ever actually having the red velvet cheesecake. The red velvet original was actually one of their best sellers. I really didn't care much for it, but the red velvet cheesecake was pretty awesome. But the fact that I got one of my favorites was definitely a real good thing to know now that there are no longer Crumbs Cupcakes around. The last one, which is the number 1, is my all-time favorite and my fallback, as my girlfriend said to me. It was the Raspberry Swirl. Pretty much the same thing as the Blueberry Swirl, but instead of blueberry, there was raspberry preserve inside and a large raspberry swirl on the top. That was one of my warming, most feel-good cupcakes that I ever ate in my entire life. I think it was the one that I had consumed the most, maybe 9 or 10 times, and it was definitely awesome. For a while it was off the shelves. I had heard that it was officially no longer going to be made, but I did get the chance to have my very last Raspberry Swirl this year in January, when I was taking a small break between my fall and spring semester in grad school. So yeah, I got the opportunity to have that one too. So that's it, guys. If you never had the opportunity to have a Crumbs cupcake, I am truly sorry. It was definitely a treasure for the short-lived time that Crumbs was around. They opened their doors in 2003, and this year, 2014, they're no longer going to be serving their amazing cupcakes. I don't know if they're going to try and revamp, or maybe they're still going to sell them online. I don't know, but for now, you know, life moves on. We gotta keep doing our thing and just living our lives, and the important thing is I will always have the memories of these amazing treats. So, I don't usually ask, but if any of you had the opportunity, who have been watching my show, that had actually gone to a Crumbs Bake Shop in the past, why don't you put in the comment box below your favorites, the ones that you will miss the most. I'm sure that some of you out there did have a Crumbs cupcake or two, or more. So thanks for watching, guys, and actions speak louder than words.
And